Hi, everybody. Welcome to the NF Hope Concerts, the live interviews. We are at episode 9. This is turning into quite the tradition. I hope all of you are getting used to joining us. I'm happy to see that more people are joining every week. And we're going to be looking forward to bringing a lot of guests. We have not only some more guests from the Broadway company of Jersey Boys, we will bring on special guests from here in Las Vegas, those artists who have performed over the last 10 NF Hope concerts. And we're going to lead that all the way up to something I'll announce just a second. So if you are joining us in the live interviews for the first time, the NF Hope Concerts, the live interviews, was born out of our very first live stream event that happened on May 4th. And it was obviously as a result of being locked in quarantine, but still wanting to continue to do something for this cause and this organization, NF Network. So we put together this event, and as always, there's so much generosity in the entertainment industry that we actually had more people interested in helping out. So we brought in a number of people over the last 9 weeks. We've had America's Got Talent finalist Daniel Emmett. We have had American Idol artist Diana DeGarmo and Ace Young. We have brought on members of the Broadway Jersey Boys cast, and we even have some more coming up in a couple of weeks. And we have a whole lot of guests going all the way through the end of the year every week. So come and join us. Set this reminder every Thursday at 11:30. That's when this will be. Now, we obviously, we've been doing the NF Hope concert for quite a while, and I'm very excited to announce that we, despite the COVID quarantine, we're going to be having NF Hope Concerts 10th annual event here in Las Vegas. It will be in October of 2020. I'm currently working on trying to see if there's any last hope that we could have a hybrid event where we could have some live entertainment and stream it to those people who are not able to be there. So we will let you know. And as a matter of fact, we will be making an announcement on August 13th. Our guest that day will be Christian Hoff, the from the Jersey Boys cast on Broadway. And during that broadcast, we will make an official announcement for the date of the 10th annual NF Hope concert here in Las Vegas. Well, we're going to move right on to our show. And since we're talking about the NF Hope concerts, I thought we needed to bring on not only the inspiration for the concert, our daughter Emma, but of course my wife, Melody, who co-founded the events with me, and every year works until all hours of the night leading up to it to make sure that it's a success. So welcome everybody to the live interviews, and we'll be right back. Come on, hurry up. And I just realized my mic wasn't muted, so welcome to live stream, because this happens especially when it's at home and there are animals involved. We like to keep it interesting here in the Leibow household. And of course, I'm bringing this today together so that we can talk a little bit about where the NF Hope concert came from. I mean, right here, sitting in these two little stools, are the person that inspired them and the people that make it happen every year. So, along with, of course, an army of volunteers. So we're going to dive right in. First, let me introduce, this is my daughter, Emma. This is my beautiful wife and co-founder of the NF Hope Concerts, Melody. This is Addie, who really doesn't do anything but look cute and make this one giggle. So this is our family, and this is the reason why we have an NF Hope concert. So before we talk about the concerts, we kind of have to touch on what inspired them. So about 10 and a half years ago, a little more than that, actually, a little over 10 and a half years ago, we went to the doctor and we heard the word neurofibromatosis for the first time. Do you remember what you thought when you heard that word for the first time?
I do. I don't think I'll ever forget sitting in the pediatrician's office and asking about some what are now called cafe au lait spots on Emma's body that had multiplied since her birth. We thought it was just a birthmark, but they had gotten bigger and spread over her chest, her legs. And so the doctor said, it could be this. And immediately our hearts just kind of sunk and stopped and said, what is that? And she said, I don't want to raise alarm. And she didn't really explain a whole lot about what neurofibromatosis was. And I don't think either one of us could pronounce the word when we left the office, but immediately we went home and did the thing that you shouldn't do, which is Google it. And then we became very panicked parents and wondering what that was going to mean for our new little baby that was only 3 months old, learning about what NF was for the first time.
So I think we probably told this story quite a bit, but if you were talking to a parent who had just heard that their child was diagnosed with NF, what advice would you give them?
Don't Google. Don't Google. Because just like anything on the internet, of course, everything on the internet is real. No. So, you get the worst case scenarios as well. You get the extreme cases, the cases that are going to draw attention when you're Googling something. And a lot of times, yes, there are extreme cases that are very scary and you don't want to see those pictures. But most of the time, people are living with it and leading very, very productive and successful lives. And it's something they have to live with. And some cases are extreme and some cases are not so extreme. But I think just having it in general is extreme. Having anything that you have to deal with that, causes you to get 16 MRIs by the time that you're 10 years old is extreme. So yes, the pictures are something you don't want to see, but learning about it is important. And I think Googling that part, and if you can just put aside some of the pictures and learn about what NF is, I think that's something that you should do.
Yeah, I mean, I'll throw in my advice too, is that another thing is find organization. We connected with Neurofibromatosis Network because they're a family-run organization that is created by and run by families of NF children, and now some adults, many adults. And so they really understood what it was like, and they didn't have to show you pictures to do it. They just talked about what their experience was. I mean, my first experience with calling NF Network was the executive director picked up the phone, and I spent 2 hours on the phone with her and got not just words from the executive director of a charity, but from the mom of an NF kid. And it was enlightening, and it reminded you that you weren't alone, and I think that was sort of part of the healing and what led us to want to really do something. Yeah. So we're talking about NF, Emma. You're the one that inspired this, and you having NF inspired it. So if you could answer the question, what does it mean to you to have NF? What would you say?
Honestly, I try not to think about it. It's not stopping me from anything. I can still do stuff. It's just something that I can't change.
Okay. Does it ever make you worried?
No.
No?
That's
it doesn't?
good.
That's good. What's your least favorite thing about having NF?
MRIs and surgeries.
MRIs and surgeries. I think that's fair. So I actually didn't say who this is for, so I'll throw it to both of you. Why do you guys think the NF Hope concerts have made a difference? Emma, what do you say? Why do you think?
They've made a difference for me, not just me, but for a lot of people who have.
They have. Okay. What do you think? What kind of difference do you think the concerts have made?
Well, I think we've reached so many people, not just our friends and family, but especially here in the Las Vegas community that had no idea what NF was. And after learning about it, slowly finding that more and more friends have relatives or know somebody that has it, or it's brought attention to it where they're asking us questions and how they can help. And then just finding out like, how is Emma doing? How are our friends doing that we've introduced to them? So I think more than anything, awareness, which is huge, and then funding. I mean, we have raised what?
We're
about
$1
million
$1 million, yeah.
towards NF research. This goes to NF research and advocacy. And I think just like anything, you want to be able to make a difference in the lives of people around you that you know, like our daughter, but we also want to reach out to those that aren't getting the awareness and aren't getting the funding.
Yeah, agreed. So Emma, you've been involved in this from the very beginning. I'm sure you have a bunch of favorite moments, but do you have a particular favorite moment? because what we're going to do today is we're going to pick favorite moments, and we're actually going to show clips from the concerts over the last 10 years of our favorite moments. So do you have a favorite moment?
There's too many.
I have a lot, but one of my favorite moments is the recorder. When I performed with the recorder, I had just passed that song yesterday at school and I wanted to play it, but I didn't know it completely. So instead of going the fast beat as a normal song, it just went slow. And it was like watching a imperfect me. It was
All right, so one of your favorite moments was playing Ode to Joy on the recorder with Mr. Chet Buchanan. Should we watch it? Yeah? Okay, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Emma Leibow. Make some noise for Emma Leibow! One more thing. Oh yeah, take a bow.
So that was a good one. That was definitely a good one. I think everybody's favorite moment is ba, ba, ba. I think that was Mr. Chet's favorite moment too. Yeah.
That's a good one.
All right. So just so everybody knows, if you haven't seen an NF Hope concert, every year we sing a song for Emma. Now the first year she was too young, so we just chose a song from I think Tangled, which was her favorite movie at the time. And starting the second year, she was old enough to understand that we chose a song that she liked. And so she started choosing songs for us every single concert in Las Vegas. So there's a history behind the songs that Melody and I get to sing every year. And so now it's your turn.
My turn.
So if you could pick one of your favorite moments for us, a song that you really enjoyed singing, maybe it meant something, what would that be?
Oh, it's a hard one because every year I'm a ball of nerves because I only sing once a year now, and sometimes they go really, really well, and sometimes they're a little more difficult to sing with your nerves and emotions. But I have to say the Dear Evan Hansen song that Emma, I think you kind of introduced those songs to her for a reason, but she didn't fall in love with
I
them.
remember I chose another song, but it was too hard.
Yeah, there you go. It's always too hard for mommy to
I'm no
sing.
Zac Efron, God bless.
Oh, that's right. It was the
From Greatest Showman.
From Greatest Showman. I was like, I cannot sing. But we ended up singing one from Dear Evan Hansen that I thought was just perfect, and I connected with it, and we connected singing it together, and I thought it was a really great moment for us.
And it was also a perfect moment for the NFL concert about not feeling like you're alone, kind of like when we made that first phone call at NF Network.
Yes.
All right, here's a little clip of You Will Be Found.
And oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head, look around, you will be found. You will be found.
I know, we should have just done the whole song. Anyway, so that was a great moment. We've had a lot of fun moments. I think the song from Frozen was another really fun moment.
That definitely was my favorite.
Yeah.
I connected with that one.
Yeah, that was just pure silliness. All right, so we've done these concerts now in 3 different cities. We've had, and I think we're up to 15 or 16 concerts altogether by the time we get through the end of this year. So I don't think I've ever asked you, Emma, what do you think of the work that we do?
I think amazing. It's not just helping me, but all the other people, adults, kids out there who have it, that many people.
So you're proud of what we do for NF?
Yes, I would be ashamed of myself if I wasn't.
Oh, okay. Yes, welcome to the new world of 11 years old. So, we've talked about kind of the experience of the diagnosis, and I've talked about what NF is so much, and so have you. What are the things that people probably don't know? What do you think that those hidden hardest things are for us? If you could tell somebody what people probably don't know about our life as parents of a child with NF, what do you think that would be?
I don't know. We're pretty open with things, but I think with anybody, not just a parent that has a child with NF, but with any disorder, is that the worry never goes away. Now I'm going to get emotional. It's constantly there. It's something that doesn't leave. We do our best, and, especially right now, where's your face? During COVID, it's been really challenging because she still has to get her MRIs. She still has to have a surgery that's coming up. And we go to California for her specialists. And right now with COVID, we can't. So the worry now is heightened. And obviously we're really emotional, and we want the best for our daughter and for everybody that has to go through anything that has a disorder or a disease that they're fighting right now. It's really, really hard to not think about it. But, we do our best to put it aside, obviously, and concentrate on all of the wonderful things that are around us, the beautiful things that are around us, like celebrating an 11th birthday this week. But it is, as a parent, it is always in the back of your mind, and it's something that you think about, and you can't help but think, every little ache and pain that she might be feeling, or a headache, is it NF related, or is it just normal growing pains? Is it normal just wear and tear on the body because she's 11 and she's rolling around and doing flips on the trampoline? It's something that doesn't ever leave your thoughts, unfortunately.
So if you had one wish as to what these concerts could accomplish in the next 10 years, we've gotten to 10 years now, kind of amazing. So 10 years from now, what in your wildest dreams would you like to see the NFL concerts accomplish to help Emma and tens of thousands living with NF?
I mean, ultimately a cure or treatment or something that would show some progression into the future that would help her as she gets older and help others, so that we can understand how the tumors work. I still think that there's so much research to be done, and so that's why we raise funding, because there's so much unknown. And that's, I think, the biggest challenge with having NF, is because it affects everyone so differently, that there's so much unknown about it, that I would like to have a little more, I don't know, I have hope. I think I'd like to have a little more, something solid to hold on to, something that's a known grasp of what the future might bring for, people or children or friends with NF. More than anything, I just want to find a cure and treatment that will make life a little better and a little easier.
Well, this year, it was actually very early on in our COVID journey, was the announcement that we actually have the very first FDA-approved NF treatment for a tumor called a plexiform neurofibroma, something that unfortunately Emma has one of. But it is knowing that there's a treatment out there certainly gives us hope, and we stay involved. And I've even been on a panel with the company that created the drug, and we hope to see more of these treatments come out, and that would be a great thing to have come out of these concerts. So you guys got to choose your favorite, and I'm going to choose mine. But I think I wanted to ask you. You said that there's another favorite of yours, right? You said that. When I asked you what your favorite moment was, you actually said something kind of generic. What was that? That you liked being on stage. You told me that you liked being on stage when you just got to be yourself, right?
Yeah.
You didn't say that? Like 10 minutes ago you said that.
I like it when you show the video of me just being myself.
Oh.
That's not me being myself at home.
Got it. Okay. Well, I think this next video exemplifies you being yourself. Just to give you a little backstory on this, we were at the Venetian. I think this was the third annual NF Hope concert.
The first one at
the new venue. And Clint Holmes, God bless him, who has been involved in every single, except for one, every single NF Hope concert that we've ever had. Clint, I'm going to be giving you a call about October. But he got up and he was rehearsing his song, and I wasn't there at the time. I was running around, and I heard that Emma kind of got into the song. Well, he went to go perform that song that day, and while Melody and I were backstage getting ready for the next moment that we had, she tugged on my stepmom's arm and said, "This is my song," as Clint was singing. Got up out of her chair at 4 years old.
Was it?
I think it was 3.
3.
3 years old. Walked down the main aisle and onto stage and started dancing with Clint Holmes. It was a pretty awesome moment, and here it is.
One dream in my life, one love to be living for, one love to be living for. This nearly was mine. One girl for my dream, one partner in paradise. This promise of paradise once nearly was mine. Close to my heart she came, only to fly away, only to fly as day flies from moonlight. Now I'm alone, still dreaming of paradise, still saying that paradise once nearly was mine. This is Emma Leibow. Now I'm alone, still dreaming of paradise, still saying that paradise nearly was mine. One more big turn, Emma. This nearly was mine. Emma Leibow, Zoe Cohen-Lay, Jeff Nyman. It's time to make our exit. You go down the stairs. Go ahead.
Definitely, out of all the years and all the performances, it gets to me every time. The NF Hub concerts will continue. We are approaching an incredible milestone in a couple of ways. In October, this will be Las Vegas's 10th annual NF Hope concert. Did you ever think that we would get to this far?
We hoped.
We hoped. We hoped. See that? That's why she's on my marketing team. So we are fast approaching October. I am most probably looking at the same Sunday that we do every year, the third Sunday in October, but I am going to make an official announcement on Thursday, August 13th. I'll make that announcement during my interview with Broadway Tony Award winner, Christian Hoff. And there's one special thing that you guys need to know about this year. We are this close to breaking the $1 million raised mark. If you would like to help start getting us there, you can make a contribution by going to the website right below. You can go to nfnetwork.org and you can make your contribution for the NF Hope concert right now. We will make the announcement and we will let you know all about the upcoming live stream concert, potentially a hybrid event, and we will let you know about that in just 2 weeks. Everybody, please give a warm thank you from your homes to Emma Leibow and Melody Leibow, our inspiration and my wife and co-founder of everything wonderful in my life, and with Addie. And we invite you to come back next week when we have our next episode of the live interviews. Everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep